Are you excited? Are you excited?
Jump.
Pretend it's like 1992 and you're about to go to Big Fun.
That place was awesome.
Will you bury yourself in the ball pit and someone lands on you?
Child?
You feel so offended.
You know when you get in the ball pit, there's a designated jumping area. Everyone knows it. The rules are clear to everyone here but you.
The unspoken rules of ball pits.
You come in, you survey, and you know, yeah, that's where I jump.
Welcome to Whiskey-Rut. This is the show where we taste, rate, and review different whiskeys. I'm Chris.
And I'm Skye. I thought I said it well.
Like, I'm Skye.
Seriously?
You're like really playing it down.
I'm Skye.
Everybody, welcome to Everybody, welcome to Whiskey-Rut. This is the show where we taste, rate, and review different whiskeys. I'm Chris.
And I'm Skye.
And we have a rating system in place here for the show. And usually we would do like a 1 to 10 barrel rating system. We're actually going to switch it up today. We're going to do a 1 through 5 rating. And please comment on if you guys like this new rating system or if you like the old one. We just want to make sure that we are being succinct and giving some good information here. So how it's going to work is that really 3 is going to be kind of the middle ground. Is that you are getting the whiskey you're paying for. 4 is going to be, you're getting a little bit better whiskey than what you're paying for. And then 5 is going to be like, this is way underpriced. This is a high quality whiskey.
Be way more expensive.
Exactly. Yeah. On the other side of it, if you get into like a 2, hey, you're probably paying a little bit more for this, and then a 1 is you are paying way too much for this.
Don't buy it.
Way overpriced. So, With that being said, what are we getting into today?
Today we are figuratively scraping the bottom of the barrel. I mean, we are going to what we would call the budget bourbon episode.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel. We're looking at 2 bourbons. Old Granddad. Call him Pappy. Old Paps. Actually, I don't say that's for Pappy Van Winkle, which is very different than this one. It's made by Jim Beam.
No.
Isn't there the thing? There's a thing you gotta...
No, there was a plastic cover.
Maker's Mark strikes again!
You do it. I'm just not a man. Okay.
So a little thing about Old Granddad. Mash bill, it's 63% corn, 27% rye, and then the last 10% is malted barley.
And an additional 5% pulling your pants up real high and being sassy.
That's right. That's right. It is bonded. This particular one is bonded, which means it sits in a secret government facility for 4 years, and then there's a lot of admin work. And then you get the bonded. So
really, it's just there's a lot of paperwork involved.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's a lot of documents.
Okay.
This one had a lot of paperwork filled out for it, so that's why it costs more. This one sits around $20, so really on the cheap end. If you're familiar with Basil Hayden's, this has the same mash bill as Basil Hayden's. This particular whiskey's been around for a long time. I think since the 1800s.
Really?
It made it through Prohibition. It's old. Not a lot of people know about it. It's gone through different branding changes. It doesn't get much play, and I think it's because it sits on the bottom shelf. Oh. And people are like, I'm not going to buy that. So I want to talk a little bit about...
So we got here Fistful of Bourbon. It's kind of a unique one. So this is a mix of 5 different bourbons, a blend of 5 different bourbons. And it comes from William Grant & Sons. They're over in Scotland, well known for Belvini and Glenfiddich. This is $25 for the bottle. They do not send out the mash bill, probably because they don't even know what it is.
It's all blended,
Yeah, we got 5
crazy
different whiskeys.
Who wants to do that, man?
Who wants to do that? Let's just taste these. You can throw.
Yeah.
Throw. I dare you. I dare you.
Redo. Mulligan.
I dare you to hit me in the face.
Oh.
We starting with the Old Granddad.
Old Granddad.
Ding kid.
It's 100 proof, slightly higher than your average, I would say, bottom shelf bourbon. Usually you're hitting about 40% alcohol instead of 50. So, yeah, a little higher on the octane, the horsepower.
It smells good, man.
I get
go on.
Cinnamon. I get cinnamon,
caramel.
Cinnamon, caramel, and spice. I kind of get that.
Yeah.
The bigger spice.
That's a good smell.
And then compare it to the Fist.
OG and the Fist. So this one I get more of a kind of a floral, a little bit lighter, but still some spice in there.
Yeah. Not harsh. It wouldn't, from that high of proof and that price tag, you would expect that like strong alcohol burn.
Yeah, it just like surprises you.
It finishes with that little bit of that like toasted oak. Do we need a palate cleanser?
Palate cleanser?
That did the trick. I guarantee we're going to taste this whiskey accurately now.
Cheers to tiny hands.
Tiny hands. Now that we've had our palate cleanser, it's less spicy, a little less sweet, but it's more like oaky, and it's got that like a little bit of that sour tannininess in it.
So I'd say the Fistful as well. On the tongue, you get some of the same notes. The tannins are a little bit different. I'd say this one's a little more creamier, a little bit sweeter maybe. But you do have the tannin finish. And it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just different. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's... If you find kind of a bourbon that's cheap, you're super excited and you're surprised. I don't know. I'll go to the liquor store and I'll look at the bottom shelf. And to be honest, man, I will kind of glance over it because it's the bottom shelf. You know it's a bad whiskey, if you will. I'm glad we did this episode because I think what we can really see is that if you're going to pay like $20 for a whiskey, there's some quality whiskeys out there that you can get. The bottom shelf doesn't have to be ignored.
Yeah, and you're not necessarily sacrificing flavor for price. Necessarily. When I look at Old Granddad.
The OG.
OG is an OG. OG really is an OG. Exactly.
Jeez.
That was loud. OG really is an OG. I think it delivers way more than what you're paying for. So I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay.
This is basically like a less fancy version of Basil Hayden's. Yeah. Man, for $20, well worth it. So give this a 4. Fistful of Bourbon. I think it lines up, honestly. Okay. I mean, it's not the cheapest.
Yep.
It's also not the best whiskey I've had. So I would say this delivers exactly what you're paying for. So I'm going to give this a 3.
I'm going to give Fistful a 4. Because I do think that you're getting more than $25 for the bottle. The OG, I'm going to give that one a 5, though. I think you could sell this bottle, $35, $40. Hands down.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix these two together. Because I feel like if you add the floral notes and fruity notes of that to this, it's got to be good.
You should definitely mix these two.
Yeah, mix them together.
Wow.
Don't be a purist. Mix and match, Create your own concoction. Why not?
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our bottom of the barrel whiskey episode. If you like the content we're making, please hit the subscribe button. If there's any whiskeys you want us to try, let us know in the comments below. And as always,
get out that rut! So you say that this...
this is fire.
Fire.
This is fire.
Whoa! Ah!
Kids, no good.